Welcome to episode 2 in our mini-series, Why Cloud ERP Matters. In today's episode, we're going to talk about going from vision to value, building that roadmap for cloud ERP success. My name is Ralph Hess. I'm a veteran of 35 years of business transformation using IT as a strategic asset for the business. I want to talk about 3 key elements of having success in building this roadmap. One is defining the vision, right? I like to say you need to start with the end in mind. So when we talk about cloud ERP solutions, we always want to talk about what the outcomes are that we want to achieve. So when we talk about an ERP solution, why would the business want to do it? Putting in ERP is disruptive to the business. Change is hard, right? If you talk to anybody about one of those projects, they're just going to shrug their shoulders and say, why would I want to do it? Well, the whole key is having the right vision to convince them why you would want to do it. So whether that means that we're going to improve profitability, whether we're going to improve customer service, whether we're going to be able to launch different lines of business in a different way, more nimble, more agile to be able to respond to market forces. Those are all kind of outcomes that you're looking to achieve. So as we now have set in stone what our vision is, now we can go build backwards. And what we want to do is take a look at building that roadmap. So an ERP transformation isn't always intended to be what we call the big bang. Really, the more current way or more modern way to do it is really to leverage cloud technology to be able to put the steps in place to achieve outcomes more rapidly, more cost effectively, and then build on those with continuous innovation. The vision can be very broad, it can be very grand, but what we want to do is achieve small pieces of that vision with each step of the roadmap of our ERP transformation. So people will say, well, I've done an SAP implementation. It took 5 years. It was $25 million. And the business changed during the course of that. Well, that's one of the reasons you want to really take a look at cloud transformations. They can achieve the outcomes much more quickly. So in terms of pitfalls, you need to prepare the business. So that vision, there needs to be a project vision statement that needs to be aligned with the strategy of the business. Once you have that, then you can go to the teams in the business and say, this is what we're doing and why we're doing it. So one pitfall that I've seen is that, hey, we're doing this project, we're going to do a new ERP and I don't really care. We're just doing it, right? And people don't buy in to the whole process. Another pitfall is when you look at people, process, and technology. Those are really kind of the 3 pillars of an ERP project. Once you get the people squared away, get them bought into the vision, the overall objective of the project, you need to take a look at your data. What you have today, is that going to serve the purpose of where you're headed tomorrow? And this is oftentimes something that people overlook. Is your data ready? Do you understand your data well enough? Is it there today to be able to be moved in a meaningful way into the new platform and then leveraged for the go forward? The last thing is you really want to take a look at your business process. The worst thing you can hear in an ERP project is, why do we want to do it that way? Because we've always done it that way. John or Sally has been in accounts payable. They've done a great job with accounts payable. The owner trusts them to only pay the people that they're supposed to pay when they're supposed to pay them. That type of business process needs to be reimagined to looking at what the best business practice is. People, as part of buying into the project, need to understand that it's likely they won't be doing things the same way, but they'll achieve the same outcomes by doing them a new and streamlined and efficient way. So as we now have our roadmap in place, we understand what the vision is, we have the people on board, we have the processes understood, we have data in a way that we need. You need to do really 2 more things in setting yourself up for success. One is you need to have proper project governance. What does that mean? It means you need to have really good project management of making sure that tasks are staying on time and accomplishing what needs to be done in the project. But you also need to have a good escalation point, steering committee, executive oversight of the project. And so in the project management and project governance, you're going to have this thing called organizational change management, meaning that you need to carefully manage the changes that are going to happen to the people in the process, and you need to have all the way up the chain of command alignment on that. And there will be times when somebody will say, well, that's our secret sauce. We do it that way because no other competitor does it. Our customers are happy. It drives our business volume. It's a key to our business value. Those are the things that get sorted at the steering committee or at the executive level. They're the ones who have to make those decisions, because those decisions, again, have to what? They have to align with the strategy of the business and the vision of the business that we started out. So that's making sure that we're staying on time with our deliveries, our sprints within the project, and making sure that people don't get exhausted in the project. There's a lot of work to do. And so you need to make sure that you're taking care of your people. You need to celebrate your wins, and that doesn't mean celebrating go live. That means, hey, you know what? We just uploaded all our master data and it looks clean. Hey, that's a big achievement in this project. So celebrating along the way really helps keep the motivation going. It keeps the fun spirit of the project going, and it will help people drive to the end vision and outcomes that they're looking for. So there's a lot that I've just talked about. You have to have your vision. You need to be aligned with the business's strategy, and then drive that all the way through the organization to have people on the same page. When the people are on the same page and motivated, they understand why you're doing things, they'll go to war for you. They will absolutely want to help the project succeed. I'll say it again, projects are not easy, but with the project vision and roadmap, you can make them more easily digested, easily executable, and you'll achieve the outcomes that you're looking for. In episode 3, we're going to talk about leading that change that I just talked about. I talked about a little bit of as organizational change management, but in the next episode, we'll talk about how we effectively drive adoption of that change throughout the organization.